Why the Portland Trail Blazers is the most dangerous team in the NBA. Do you know why the Portland Trail Blazers is the most dangerous team in the NBA? The Blazers are one of the few teams that can get away with playing fast-paced, high-octane basketball. They have all the tools to do so: a young superstar, veterans who can play defense, and two highly athletic big men. Curious to know more? Now let's get deeper into this. Hello everyone, and welcome to our channel. Remember to subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon to ensure you get all the updates. Let's start the video. But what sets the Blazers apart from other teams is their ability to create space on offense by moving the ball around quickly and efficiently. They have several players who can hit shots from all over the floor, which makes it easy for them to get open looks at the basket. In addition, they have several players capable of making plays for others without putting much pressure on themselves individually, which frees them up defensively while also giving them time to recover if they're beaten off ball by an opposing player. Following an extraordinary series beating the Oklahoma City Thunder 4-1 in the principal round, there's been a ton of commotion encompassing the Jackets. Notwithstanding being the third seed in significant areas of strength for numerous examiners anticipated another first-round exit by Portland. Overwhelming an elegant Thunder group, the inquiry must be posed: how difficult are the Portland Pioneers? The Pioneers should be viewed as the agreement's second-best group in the West. With Damian Lillard playing at an MVP level, difficult to contend any group could stop this steaming hot Overcoats group. Dissimilar to the last prepare, the Overcoats are at last clicking collectively. Job players, for example, Maurice Harkless and Al-Farouq Aminu, are at last playing into their job. Aminu and Harkless having the option to hold Paul George, an all-NBA ability, to horrendous shooting parts is an excellent sign for the Pioneers. The most significant issue for Portland is its safeguard. For quite a long time, they were a center-of-the-pack guarded group. Be that as it may, after this Thunder series, mentor Terry Stotts has, at last, tracked down a legitimate plan. Having extended protectors, like Aminu and Harkless, permits the Jackets to turn on many pick and rolls and, surprisingly, periodically run a zone press. Beyond those two, Lillard has transformed himself into one of the better guarded PGs in the whole NBA. Another note that is vital to feature: Enes Kanter has transformed himself into a capable edge defender. In all-out attack mode side of the ball, the Overcoats are the most hazardous group in the West, not named the Brilliant State Fighters. Beyond Damian Lillard dropping 30 focuses reliably, players, for example, C.J. McCollum, have moved forward massively. McCollum has battled in the end-of-the-season games in the most recent couple of years, however, has appeared to turn the corner. He shot almost half from 3 PT against the Thunder. Other than C.J., Lady Job players like Enes Kanter and Rodney Hood have played to their fullest potential. Following Jusuf Nurkic's physical issue, the Coats' season appeared to be finished. Just having one huge quality man other than Nurkic on the program, their front court looked horrendous. Be that as it may, Zach Collins has moved forward immensely, giving the Jackets quality minutes. That next-man-up attitude makes the Overcoats so great. The profundity they have is unrivaled. This, combined with their profundity, explains why they are so hazardous. Portland simply continues to restock players that can score and play safeguard. In light of hoop stats, Portland has the third most proper seat in the NBA and the 10th most applicable, beginning 5 given proficiency differential. The main group in the leading 10 with their starters and stores is the Chicago Bulls. In a season with a profoundly dense timetable, profundity is a product that couldn't be more significant. More awkward groups will have battles as the season advances. Their starters will wear out as the season progresses. That is not a worry with Portland. Between the equilibrium of the Pioneers' offense and guard, their starters and their seat, they are profound and robust. They have very few garish hotshots, yet they have a ton of profundity. They have sufficient depth to keep an endless series of waves coming at another group. They win by disintegration. That won't vanish come season finisher time. They don't have a few stars, they have a profound group. They could wager anybody in a 7-game series. That doesn't mean they will win everything, except don't think briefly they can't. Each group they play will be something like one bungle they can take advantage of. Steady strain from wherever uncovered shortcomings. They'll find where they are more than a 7-game series and take advantage of them. They are driven by mentor Nate McMillan, who is truly outstanding in the game. They will understand what to do is. It's very plausible they will escape the Western gathering, and with less exertion that Chicago or Miami must apply to traverse the other. From that point, anything can occur. The Portland Pioneers are the most hazardous group in the NBA, to some degree since they are perilous, and to a limited extent since individuals don't perceive exactly the way that risky they genuinely are. Why Damian Lillard and the Trailblazers are so dangerous. Indeed, could it have been any unique, even with Bryant's scoring push? You could affectionately review those extraordinary Lakers skirmishes of the last part of the 80s, in which Drexler cut through the purple and gold with blades in his eyes. He'd coast down the floor before wrapping up with a whirlwind, and not Wizardry Johnson, James Commendable, nor a roof brimming with monster Laker pennants could stop Drexler's charge. It was like that for Lillard an evening or two ago when the youthful Californian put on an act before an energized Portland swarm. It was all activity, mainly inside the key, where the minor point monitor could wink the protection on 8 of 10 shooting, as per NBA.com. He likewise wound up 4 of 8 from behind the bend in a presentation that probably had Drexler showing respect for the television with his supper-time Denny's burger. Lillard wrapped up with 39 places, which was the second most elevated scoring execution by a jacket against the Lakers, behind just, you got it, Drexler, who had 43 against LA in 1989, according to Oregon Live, with Lillard as Portland's sign guest and persistently forming into a prevailing power like other Western meeting watches Russell Westbrook and Chris Paul. The Coats seem like real competitors. Isn't that right? I mean, this group can fall behind to the humble Lakers on an arbitrary January night, when all anybody may be pondering is returning home to watch big-name Disciple, and here's Lillard, requesting that his partners snatch some pine while he goes to work. He's constant like Westbrook, yet maybe more sensitive with the ball, and I'd express that in a free design since he moves it with an expert's touch. Of course, Lillard can, in any case, turn on max engine thrust on the way to the crate like Westbrook. However, he'll likewise make more calculated approaches, winding around upcourt with reason, before moving a delicately turned ball high off the glass for 2. Once more, it's each of the little Drexler-like, particularly how the ball ascends from his hand and afterward tumbles from the board or moves off the edge and later unimaginably back down through it. It's the sort of touch you can't instruct. Lillard also has a vibe for dispersing and points from the ball. Truth be told, I'd contend that it's an expertise he brags over numerous of his point watch rivals. Most playmakers can choose a cutting collie with an exact hurl or cunning skip, yet what number of them can slow down the guard by running a similar cut themselves? Against Lillard more than once shot into the paint or along the pattern without the ball, acknowledging there were passing paths for his partners to find him near the loop. So there's a flexibility to Lillard that makes him the same amount of a danger as the stream-pressed Westbrook. Be that as it may, while Oklahoma City's backcourt impetus is a heap of jittery energy, I believe there's an unmistakable coolness to Lillard. He realizes he can separate adversaries with various methodologies, not simply fire up the motors in his tennis shoes. In a post-game meeting with Coats Television, Damian Lillard said he understands anybody in the NBA can assume control over a game on some random evening, which is the reason he secured for the final quarter against LA. He's not underestimating anything about Portland at this moment, nor would it be advisable for us. All in all, exactly how hazardous are the Portland Pioneers? All things considered, they're the second-best group in the West. They have one of the most mind-blowing seats in the NBA, permitting them to sub out a player battling for a player who can give in a flash. Their shortcomings from previous years have turned into their assets, transforming them into one of the NBA's best-guarded groups. Indeed, the Pioneers will make the Western Meeting Finals. Could they at any point arrive at the NBA Finals is the seriously squeezing question. The champions are without DeMarcus Cousins, who was a massive piece of their prosperity this season. Truth be told, Cousins had a portion of his most impressive showings of the time against the Overcoats this year. Their most noteworthy danger to getting the finals is without their most prominent weapon against them. The Portland Pioneers are the most challenging group in the NBA at present. Not exclusively will the Pioneers rout the brilliant State Heroes, But don't be astounded assuming that the Colts come out on top for the NBA title with how they've been playing. This is it, everyone. So, what do you think? Leave a comment and let us know. Thank you for watching the video. Remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you still need to. Also, put on the notifications because the following video is going to be a great one.